Well, look what we've got here. Wasn't expecting this to happen, but we've got a new character reveal announcement, and well, it seems to be pretty obvious who this is.
At long last, I've ascended.
Yep, there it is. If you're gonna try and tell me that isn't a Vegeta, then you're probably just insane. Okay, well, let's talk about it. GT. Huh? Okay. This team does not exist. This isn't a team. I don't know where they got the funny idea that they should buff GT. Now, I'm not necessarily opposed to them buffing teams or whatever. I think my only issue with it, first of all, is that this team has nothing. How many out of all these characters here? The people who you can see right now on my screen are probably the only viable characters on this team that have ever existed. Now, there are a couple of ways that they could do this, that they could buff GT and actually make this a decent team. One of which, I'd say, Shenron. Shenron's the only, kind of decent character here. He's at least got indestructible. He's got a pretty... That gives him rush protection. So we've got one character who can give us rush protection here, right? Then, the next character after that, Ultra Vegeta. This is another really... kind of strong. He's just been power crept because of all the number increases, but this is another character that they can work with to make GT a runnable team again. And also the meta could use a strong dominant purple cooler. If they were to give this guy a plat, that would be insane. Like if they gave this guy a platinum equip that just made him viable again, I think this team could actually do something with this Gogeta, with this Vegeta, and then Omega manning the helm. That could work. We've got rush protection, we've got what's probably going to be the best character in the game, if not top 3, and then we've got another character who can also hang in there and compete. Now, these are the latest characters that have came out for GT, the latest premium releases. We don't really count this character, he's not really a GT character. So now comes the question: is Vegeta going to be a ranged? Is he going to be a melee? What are we looking at here? Because that determines what team that they're going to build here. Personally, I think the best team that they can build is melee. Gogeta is a melee type. Super Baby 2, I believe, is a melee type, if not a defense type. But even if he's a defense type, defense types do have certain affinities. So I'm pretty sure he's more a strike unit. Let's just check his stats here. Oh yeah, it's about 20k higher than his blast attack. He's definitely a strike based character. He does main damage through strikes. Then we've got this character here, the Tag of 4s, and then we've got a defense type with this Goku over here. Now, I'm just gonna give my take on how they could actually make this work, because I think that they're pretty dumb and they're not gonna do what I think would work. So, first of all, they need to Zenkai these guys. Like, these guys came out when? All the way back in 2022, I think? 2022 Legends Fest? I think they're 2022, because 2023 was Beast. Yes, 2023 was Red Beast, Aleph Red Beast, and Evo Ken. Yeah. So these guys, I think, were 2022. They were part 1 by themselves. This character, they need a Zenkai. just Zenkai them. First of all, Zenkai this character, and unlike some other certain Zenkais, make him good. Like, genuinely. Make this Zenkai this guy and make him top 10 in the game. We've got a winner here. I think I might release separate videos about how they can make some of these other characters better and fix the gaps in their kits. This is just going to be a very general idea. Zenkai this guy. Like straight. Now let me pull up a calendar real quick. Alright, so we're here on the 23rd. This character is going to get revealed tomorrow, Sunday the 24th. And he's going to come out on the 27th, according to the Japanese post there. Now, they release this character on the 27th. He has to be top 3. There's no universe where they release this character, like maybe at minimum top 5. There's no way they release a new GT character after like a year of no releases and no buffs. And they're not going to make him top 5 bare minimum. So he's going to come out on the 27th. Then September, we go into this month. And my assumption is that the first week, Wednesday, we're going to get a free-to-play character. That's going to hint at a GT campaign. This free-to-play character doesn't matter. They're all basically worthless. Then we look at the 10th, right? That would be our next slot for release, because that would have been 2 weeks after the Ultra banner comes out. Here is when they're probably going to release their first LF. Now, I think they could either go with 2 LFs this month, which GT does need more units. They could go with 2 LFs on the 10th and on the 24th, and then a Zenkai on the 17th. If they do that, that's perfectly fine. Now let's go for that basic time slot. They release on the 10th. We might just get like a new version of this Goku here. Imagine a version of this Goku transforms into Super Saiyan 4 or something. Some sort of new release. We need something. We need a new, probably a Goku transforming to Super Saiyan 4. We'll get that. We can get that character. And then after that, we could probably get one of the Shenrons. Maybe. I don't know if that would be worth like a premium release. We've already gotten a Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta kind of recently. We've got the Super Spirit Bomb recently. There's not too much they could pick out here. I'm not sure there's a lot. Like Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta is really it. Like the lost character in this team who doesn't have a premium representation. So they could release a Goku here. Personally, I think they could go with a different strategy and release a free-to-play character on the 3rd. Then on the 10th, a Zenkai. Give us an LF Zenkai for the Tag 4s. Give these Tag 4s here an LF Zenkai. They could do that on the 10th. And then on the 17th, they release a new character, like a Goku transforming to Super Saiyan 4. And then on the 24th, they release another Zenkai. Or something to fill that slot. I think another Zenkai would be good. Like out of all these LFs here, we could Zenkai this character here. And then the rest of these are kind of relevant. To be honest with you, I don't think they're gonna do 2 LF Zenkais in this campaign. To be honest, they could just go for the Tag 4s on the 10th. They could go for actually a 1% here. They could fill in a 1% character here. Maybe they'll go for example, Majub. They Zenkai Majub. He gets a Zenkai, or they could actually Zenkai the 17 here. I think this character here would be a pretty good Zenkai candidate. He does have some pretty interesting stuff in his kit. So they could, let's say they Zenkai one of these 2 characters, Majub or 17. That would fill the slot of the 10th. Then 17th we get a new release, and then to end the campaign off on the 24th we get the LF Tag Force Zenkai. That could be a campaign. As long as they make these guys good, Vegeta top 3, top 5, and then they make whatever release here top 10. If they have their 3 main characters in the top 10, I think this team could work. And then on top of that's a bit sparse in terms of content. I really do think they could release a platinum for this character. They could give this character here a platinum. They could give Super Baby 2 a platinum. They could also give one to Omega. They could give Omega a platinum too. Like why not? These characters have all been like power crept by the increase in damage guard and damage. Like all these characters could use platinums. Personally, I think they Zenkai these guys. They make a new release on the 17th, and then we get some content here for one of these characters here that I'm showing on the screen right now has to get a unique equip. I think they should go for multiple. Like they should give Shenron and somebody else a unique equip. So we could just remove Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta from the equation, because I don't know if they want to give a super kind of recent Ultra platinum equip. I don't know if they want to do that. So let's remove that. I don't think there's a high likelihood that could happen. Maybe it would. I don't know. But I think they could give one to Omega, release a character here on the 17th. So on the 3rd we get a free to play character, and then we get an equipment. We get Vegeta come out on the 27th, then a week later we get a free-to-play character, and then one of these LFs here gets an equip. That could work for the first kind of inkling of a GT campaign. They could announce, okay, we're doing a GT campaign, or they could hint it with a free-to-play character and say a character is getting unique equipment, and then it doesn't really matter what order they go in here. I think they should probably give this to Omega and maybe this Goku. I think those could be two or either Omega and Goku or Omega and Super Baby 2. Then they have a release on the 17th. On the 10th here, I'm not sure what they'd fill this. I think they could do a Zenkai. 1% Zenkai on the 10th. Then a week later they do the reveal for the LF. And on the 24th, they Zenkai the Tag Force. I think that could work as a campaign here. But yeah, GT is a very interesting choice to make, considering we just came out of an LOE campaign and it just ended so abruptly. Like usually I thought the 27th was going to be the last release of LOE, and then this would be the end of the campaign. But no, we're going straight into a new Ultra release. So yeah, Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta is on the way. I don't think anyone's got any crystals left for this guy. I'm not super sure. At least I know I've personally skipped the LOE campaign, which is a complete failure. I'm going to make a video about that at some point too, because that campaign was really bad. Hopefully this campaign doesn't turn out like that, and they actually give GT the love it deserves, because this team, give them one or two LFs you're getting an equip. Like if Super 17 gets an equip, he's back in the action. Because his green card can actually absorb Ultra Frieza's special death cannon or whatever it's called. He can absorb that. If he gets an equip, and then we pair him up with two other an Ultra and a new Premium LF release, that team could be really good. So this team has a lot of potential. It's just, let's just hope they don't pull another LOE campaign and completely just release characters that just don't fit with the team and are just subpar.